All right, this question is June 2015, question 6b, and it says the diagram below shows triangle PQR and its image triangle P prime Q prime R prime after an enlargement centered at the point C on the diagram. Use the information from the diagram to complete the statements below. I. The size of the scale factor K is, all right, so K here is 2. The size of the scale factor K is 2. Now let me show you how we got that. Now K would be equal to Q prime R prime over QR. In other words, K would be equal to the length of one side on the image divided by the length of the corresponding side on the object. Now the length of Q prime R prime is 1. The length of Q prime R prime is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. The length of Q prime R prime is 4 units. So I would say that this is equal to 4 over, now the length of QR is 1, 2 units, 4 over 2. Therefore, the size of K is 2. Alright? So that is how we would have gotten that K is equal to 2. Alright, that's one way of finding K. K would be equal to, and K is the scale factor, is equal to the length of one side of the object, the length of one side on the image divided by the length of the corresponding side on the object. The next statement that we need to complete says, the scale factor is negative because, well, this is simple. The scale factor K is negative because the object and image are on opposite sides of the center of enlargement. Alright, so K is negative because the object and image are on opposite sides of the center of enlargement. Alright. Now this says, 3 says, the length of PQ is the root of 13 units. Therefore, the length of P prime Q prime is, alright, well, the short reason is that the answer is equal to, is 2 times the length of P prime Q prime, 2 times the length of what? PQ. So that would be equal to 2 times the root of 13, which you can simply say is what? 2 root 13 units. Alright, and you didn't have to work that out. Alright, where did we get that from? Remember we said earlier that K would be equal to P prime Q prime. In other words, the length of one side on the image divided by PQ, which is the length of the corresponding side of the object. If I did this, I could always say that if I have one fraction is equal to one fraction, to get rid of the fraction, what I can do is cross multiply. So therefore, the P prime Q prime, the length of P prime Q prime would be equal to cross multiply K multiply by the length of PQ. So the length of P prime Q prime is equal to K multiplied by the length of PQ, but K is 2, so it's equal to 2 times the length of PQ, which is root 13, and 2 times root 13 is 2 root 13 units. All right, you do not have to work that out. You can just leave it as the root of 13. But if you wanted to, you could put what the root of 13 in a calculator if you wanted to, but there's no need to. You can just leave the answer as 2 root 13 units. Now this says now the area of PQR is, all right, so PQR is this triangle here. All right, that's PQR, and we need to determine the area of PQR. All right, we can call here, this is what QR, we could call QR the base and say that it is 2, and PR being the height is 3. The area of a triangle is half base times height, so it is what, a half times the base, which is what, 2, times the height, which is 3. So this is equal to, a half of 2 is 1, 1 times 3 is 3, so this is equal to 3 square units. So the area of triangle PQR is 3 square units. Next, we're told now, the last statement we have to complete is this. The area of triangle P prime, Q prime, R prime is 4 times the area of triangle PQR, which is 12 units. So I wrote the answer. Now I'm going to show you how we got it. All right, now this is coming from the fact that K square is equal to the area of the image. The area of the image is what? Triangle P prime, Q prime, R prime, divided by the area of the object, divided by the area of object, which is triangle PQR. K square is equal to the area of the what? Is equal to the area of the image divided by the area of the object. Therefore, K square, which is 2 square, is equal to the area of the image, which we don't know. So it's the area of triangle P prime, Q prime, R prime, which we don't know, over the area of what? Over the area of triangle PQR, which we just found out is 3. All right, 2 square is what? 4. So we could say that the area of triangle what? If I have one fraction is equal to one fraction, I would cross multiply. So this would be the area of triangle PQR, 1 times the area of triangle PQR, which is the area of triangle PQR, is equal to 3 times 4, which is equal to 12. All right, or let's change this up a little and come from here. Let's go straight. Put this over 1 and said if I have one fraction is equal to one fraction, I would cross multiply. So therefore the area of triangle P prime, Q prime, R prime is equal to K square times the area of triangle PQR. If I have one fraction is equal to one fraction, I would cross multiply. K, so this is what? 2 square multiplied by 3. This is 4 times 3, which is equal to what? 12. So the area of triangle PQR, of triangle P prime, Q prime, R prime is equal to K squared times the area of what? Triangle PQR. Now K is 2, so 2 square is what? 4. So that's where we get this 4 here. 2 square is 4. Alright, so that's where we got that 4. So this is saying that the area of triangle P prime, Q prime, R prime is 4 times the area of triangle PQR, which is 3, no 4 times the area of triangle PQR, which is 3, and that gives you 12. So that is where we got this 12 here. Alright. And I think that brings us to the end of the question.